So today I'm going to be doing a review on these new Maybelline products. I have the Superstay Better Skin Foundation and then the concealer which goes with it, which is the Superstay Better Skin Concealer. Yes, Nicole. Okay. I purchased these in Superdrug and I got these for buy one half price. I thought that I would do this video in a little bit of a different style. I'm going to be applying the foundation straight away and I'm going to be talking about the facts and what I think of the product over a voiceover, because I felt like I didn't want to have the start of me blabbering on and then you'll just be thinking, come on bitch, you know what I mean, I want to know the fucking facts about this shit. So I thought that I would do it in a little bit of a different style, so keep on watching for the voiceover and information about the products. I'm going to start off with the foundation. The shade that I'm using is 00 Light Beige. This is actually the lightest shade in the range. There are 6 shades and Ivory was a lot darker than this, and when I looked online, Ivory was actually the second lightest shade and Light Beige was the first. This is a very kind of creamy consistency. This has SPF 20. This is about a light to medium coverage. I only applied about 2 layers onto my face, as you're probably not seeing right now. This has no scent. It wasn't drying at all on my skin. It cancelled out my redness completely. This was $8.99 and so far I really like it. The finish I got from this foundation was a very nice kind of dewy, kind of healthy finish, nothing matte at all, and yeah. Moving on to the concealer, which was $5.99. This has 2 shades. The shade that I have was 02 Light Clair. This is amazing for dry skin. I absolutely love this concealer, especially for the dark circle area. This did not cling on to any dry patches that I had. Amazing on my nose, because I suffer from very large pores on my nose and holes, and most of the time the foundation / concealer would sink into it. This did not at all, and it didn't dry out my skin. Not the best for kind of covering blemishes, but still it worked quite well. This is quite a medium to light coverage. Great for the under eyes. I noticed no scent. It was a very kind of fit consistency, and I would say that this is quite a dark kind of colour and it's not the best colour match. So I've just applied the rest of my makeup. I just applied a little bit of blush. I haven't applied any powder at all to my face because I want to see the lasting power on this foundation. I didn't notice any kind of scent at all from this, and so far I'm really liking it. I mean, for dry skin I would highly recommend this. So far I already can tell this is good for dry skin because, whew, girl, I have dry skin and it ain't nice, as I probably already say 100 times, but I'm quite oily as well, and I mean, I do look quite oily at the moment. I look quite oily on my T-zone. I know that there's somewhere where I definitely want to powder, but so far I quite like it. I love the concealer, how it's not drying at all under my eyes and it hasn't creased. I love how it's gone on my nose, it hasn't gone into my holes or anything like that, and it hasn't been drying at all, so I've been really kind of liking this so far. So yeah, so the only thing that I can disclaimer so far is that I don't really like the colour range. The foundation was quite a nice colour, but it's just the concealer that I wasn't happy with. But I like this concealer, but it's too dark. It's kind of the same with the Superstay by Maybelline as well, the 24-hour one. Kind of very similar there, because I mean, I love that concealer, but it's too dark. You know what I mean? So that's another factor that I'm a little bit about this. But I mean, yes, so far so good. So let's just hope this piece of shit don't curdle all over my face, because we don't want that. So I'm just going to go and piss off, and I will be back in about an hour or something like that, and I'll just sort of tell you what's really happened with the foundation, because girl, we don't want this to curdle. This piece of dog shit right here. Oh, I'm only using this for a mirror, but girl, I want to smash this to smithereens. This is a piece of dog shit. This is vile, this product. Oh no! Just curdling piece of dog shit. Don't buy this. Use it for a mirror. That's all it's good for. Piece of dog poo. I will be back in an hour. Hello, so an hour later and I'm back. So I had to set my foundation because it just couldn't look at my oils. I look like, you could just fry an egg on my face. So I just used my Rimmel Stay Matte just on my T-zone. So looking at my face now, I really like this foundation. My skin looks very evened out, it looks very healthy, you know, it's still on my skin. I love the concealer under my eyes, it hasn't creased at all. I love how my nose looks, and yeah, I just really like it so far, and I'm really happy and impressed with it. And yeah, it hasn't clinged to any dry patches on my skin, it hasn't sunk into my pores, it hasn't creased the concealer, no drying whatsoever. So far I really like it, and yeah, let's just hope it doesn't curdle. So, you know, thumbs up so far. So I will be back in at least 4 to 5 hours. So I'm gonna go. I'm really cold in this room because it's an acid tripping land and it's freezing. I have a heater down here, but I decided not to put it on to be a bit of a super scrimper. It's 5 hours later, it's about 11:30 at night time, and yeah, of course I'm going to be in my pyjamas, and I just want to get this off my face because just having makeup on for this amount of time just makes you want to go a bit too dally, do you know what I mean? So basically it's worn off my nose, you can kind of see red kind of spots coming through because I get a lot of spots on my nose. The concealer didn't really cover my spots, as I already said about earlier. It kind of definitely, you can't see my blush anymore, it's kind of gone. It's gone off my forehead, it's definitely, the foundation has just gone. So it doesn't last that long, my skin's not even that oily, it's actually very dry. But so, I don't know what to say. But this didn't actually make my skin dry at all, which is definitely a plus side to this. I mean, it's not the best foundation I've ever tried, but I mean, if you have super dry skin, this is going to be something that's going to work, because this has not dried out my skin at all, which is just a miracle, because, you know what I mean, I had to take my foundation off about 10 times today because it was just looking so dry. But as soon as I put on this one, it was completely fine. So that's definitely a bonus. I mean, I would say if you have oily skin, you may not want to get this because it's just going to fucking slide off your face to shit. So dry skinners, I would say get this. You know, you've got a little relief there in your heart. Yeah, it's not the best foundation. I mean, the coverage is about light to medium. It doesn't go cakey. It's quite light as well. It's not definitely something that if you're a kind of a pale kind of fair kind of person, I would say you may not like this because it might go a bit orange, because it has gone not orange, but it's definitely quite dark on me. I know obviously from, you know, being in the lighting and stuff, you probably can't tell, but it has, and I am very fair in real life. This is kind of the tone of foundation I wear usually, but because obviously I'm using this, there's a lot of a difference. I know obviously the camera probably won't pick it up, and you're probably thinking, bitch, you're not even that fucking pale, but I am in real life, because obviously the camera and everything is very deceiving. I know this is definitely not something that I would run out and buy and be like, wow, I love this, but I know that if I ever had a really dry day, I would definitely go to this. So yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, I recommend dry skin, definitely try this out. But again, the main thing that annoyed me was the whole shades. Maybelline always do that, they always have darker shades. I don't understand why they do it, it's so annoying. I'm going to talk about the concealer now. I actually liked the concealer a lot better. I would say definitely I didn't like that for my blemishes. It just was awful. It just dried up, but most concealers do that anyway. I just didn't like that for spots, no. So on my nose, I mean, it kind of just wore off my nose, but it hasn't gone into the holes though, but it's worn off. But for the eye area, I mean, it looks actually really nice. Again, this is something that's just too dark. Like, it's just too dark for me to wear. Like, I love it, but it's too dark. It's just so annoying. But for the whole kind of eye area, it was not drying at all. And even on my nose, it wasn't drying. It hasn't actually creased, and I've been laughing and smiling, and this hasn't creased at all. Like, my eye area is just non-crease, which is absolutely amazing, because I've never actually found a concealer in my whole journey that doesn't crease. So this is something that I do like, and I would rebuy, and I will use. But again, I think I'm gonna have to mix it with something light. I was gonna have a tongue twister, but yeah, whatever. So it's definitely something I would mix with a lighter kind of product. But again, the shade. Why, Maybelline? Why do you have to do that to me, you fucking bastards? I love it, but just Maybelline.